Alright, hey guys, back to Brood War, back to StarCraft. We're playing a game of Terran versus Terran, and this actually features two of my favorite foreign Terran players, non-Korean Terrans, and let's just go to the players. It's Brat OK, Brat Ok, as some people like to call him, but I'm going to call him Brat OK. Against Strelok. Now, Brat is the blue Terran at the top right corner of the map. This is Tau Cross, a bit of an old schoolish map. Well, not too old school. This is sort of a middle period, maybe. Who knows? Anyway, it's not a recent map. It's not an ancient map either. Strelok is the red Terran over here at the, let's call this the 10 o'clock position. Both of these guys are awesome, and Brat, I guess, is probably more known for his other matchups other than Terran vs. Terran, but he's played some awesome Terran vs. Terran matches that I've seen. I remember all the way back to the TSL where he was playing against Tarson, and really just played some phenomenal TVT to secure that best of three there. And Strelok also beating Hydra recently in that famous game where Hydra just trash-talked him from the start and then lost with Strelok. If you haven't seen that game, go watch it because it's just a good time. But look, Strelok moving out now before even building his barracks, so you can probably count on him building it further out in the midfield. This probably means that he wants to get a bit more of an aggressive build-off. Let's just see where he goes with this. Not sure where he's going to put it down. Probably somewhere out of the scouting range. And here we go, right in the center, next to this bridge here. Whereas looks like Brat is going to build his barracks closer to home, picking this location so that he can float it over top of the over the walls, just nearer to his opponent's base. Another player just looking for their opponent just yet. A bit too early for that, but Strelok, indeed, going for a bit of an early style. I think he does quite like the style in TVT. I've seen him do it a few times before, and in the meantime, taking his gas back at home. Back up top, yeah, Brat taking his gas as well. So obviously, because Strelok had to move his SUV out there so early, he'll be slightly behind on economy. But if he can get that Marine going in early and getting some kills, it'll be paid off for him. And look, Brat is actually scouting down to the 6 o'clock location first, which is, I mean, this is a 3-player map. There are 3 possible locations for the players to spawn. And Brat's going the wrong way, so he's going to actually notice that the Marine's on its way at the last possible second. In fact, his SUV's not even going to make it over to Strelok's base in time for him to get any forewarning of this. And it's just going to be a matter of Strelok going up against Brat and microing his way through with just a single Marine or maybe 2 Marines. We're going to see how this goes down. Looks like Brat realizes that his opponent hasn't spawned the 6 o'clock position, and Strelok now moving out with his Marine, a second one following through. Looks like Brat's got his own Marine out, is building a second, so I can't actually see this doing too much damage. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, Brat will have the advantage of plenty of SUVs at the home ground, but here we go. First Marine spotting another Marine coming its way, and let's see what sort of response we get. Only a single SUV been taken off the line to try and defend. And it's 2 Marines versus 2 Marines. I can't say that Strelok is really going to be able to do too much damage here. He's taken out 1 Marine, and it's going to probably take out the second, quite easily in fact. So this is really just going to be a bit more of an annoying tactic rather than any sort of serious thing, because as you can see, Brat only has to take a couple of SUVs off the line. He's already got another Marine in, and Strelok actually reinforcing with the second Marine, of course, because his barracks are so close, lifting it off now. But if you check this out, yeah, he's managed to succeed in annoying Brat a little bit. I'm not really sure whether that was the work, whether that was worth the economic deficit there. Starting to talk about serious, deep economic situations from moving the SUV out so early, but we'll see. In the meantime, Strelok's gone for factory with no add-on. He's gone for vultures, whereas same as Brat. Brat's adding a starport. Very cool. We're going to be seeing some wraiths more than likely. Unless it's a dropship, but probably more likely to be wraiths in this sort of matchup. And Strelok going straight for his command center, so Strelok looking to get the advantage. He feels like he's lost it with the economy. So putting down the command center straight away while he harasses with his vulture. But I get the feeling that once he runs into these vultures here, he's going to be outmatched and he's going to have to retreat. As you can see here, exactly, he's outnumbered, and only the second vulture back here to support. And I feel that if Brat puts enough pressure on, he may actually delay or even stop that expansion that Strelok's trying to put down. So, unfortunately, probably the opening is going the way of Brat so far, but we'll see what Strelok decides to do to solve this particular problem. Vulture's coming in now, and yes, they are going to be able to take out the SUVs. Strat knows it. Strelok knows it. and pulling his SCV back now, waiting for the second vulture to kick in. Those vultures aren't going to be able to kill that command center, unfortunately, but we've got reinforcements coming in the way of 3 Marines. That's really going to help him out quite a lot. And Wraith on the rear. I've got to say that that Brat is looking very strong here, and Strelok unfortunately having to bring SCVs off the line to try and repair his vultures, getting in there to defend, and this is actually quite cool. He's managing to do it so far. Probably wants to take out that Marine straight away, and here we go. He's got this second vulture, unfortunately being path blocked by this wall maybe, but yeah, he's got this covered. No worries. So Strelok now able to complete his command set, but the Wraith showing up for Brat. Very timely Wraith, and now Strelok's got to think of a way of stopping this. What has he got? Oh, he's got starports of his own! I didn't even see him building them back here. Sorry guys, I just didn't show that to you until now. But not too late, I guess. So he's going to have Wraiths of his own up against Brat's Wraith, and that's really funny thing about TVT is that one of the most interesting way of actually countering a single port Wraith is to go for a 2-port Wraith, just to beat your opponent at his own game. And he's got an expansion as well, so if Brat can survive the next few minutes, sorry, if Strelok can survive the next few minutes, he's probably going to be on target to win this game. And wow, Brat bringing in a tank as well, so Strelok obviously needs those Wraiths ASAP, and he's going to have them cloaked as well. Not sure if he's going to be taking enough damage to lose his command center out of this, but he's at least keeping things alive for now. Not even bothering with his factory, so Brat's Wraiths come in, getting some kills on these SCVs now. There's the first one. Let's just check them for kills. 4 kills on that Wraith, and 1 on the other. Tank still having got this command, so it's still going to take as well. Here comes the second tank though. So speaking of taking a while, these 2 tanks are really going to be able to get rid of this command center, so that will actually negate the advantage that Brat's got. In the meantime, Brat is putting up his own command center. Very good stuff here. But of course, Strelok's own Wraiths are out now, so the Wraiths coming in to take out this tank. Is it going to be in time? I don't think it is. These tanks should be able to take out their command center, no worries at all. Yeah, unfortunately, Strelok having to cancel. But one thing that Strelok has going for him right now is air superiority. But the thing is that you'll have plenty of time. And here's a dropship, interestingly enough, here for Brat, and taking it out. That should actually cause some damage, mind you. In the meantime, yeah, going for siege. Not even borrowing with air weapons. He's air attacking. He's got engineering bay and an armory, so he should be able to defend against the Wraiths later on. Strelok moving out with 3 of them. Unfortunately, not seeing the dropship. Oh, excuse me, a bit of sneezing there, but here he comes. Oh, and he's landed the barracks as well for an extra Marine. And oh man, tank looking like it's wanting to siege up now. Oh man, and these SCVs just taking a pounding. Looks like Strelok's command center is a while away. And this is just unfortunate. He's actually taking care of the tank. Cloaking for Wraiths now, and he's bringing back his Wraiths. Really interesting stuff here. Looks like Brat has managed to get rid of that annoying barracks in his choke there, but looks like Brat is definitely taking the lead here. He's got his expansion up and running. That's the main thing. Able to allow himself to afford anything that he needs to stop whatever Strelok decides to do from now on. Strelok is a little while away from finishing his command center. So we'll see how he goes. Brat is actually... Oh, Strelok's actually completing a dropship of his own, and is going for tanks with siege. So I think the plan, if I predict things right, and I haven't seen this replay before, guys, decided to do my commentaries without watching the replay, as opposed to the way I used to do it. But my prediction, if you want my prediction, is that the dropship will actually pick up these 2 tanks, fly over to this point here, land the 2 tanks, and with the Wraiths and support, they should be able to fend off anything from landing close enough to stop those tanks. And I think that Strelok might be onto something here. In the meantime, Goliath here for Brat, okay, taking out the barracks, and he's probably going to start building Goliath, and yeah, he's getting the range upgrade for them as well. But look, here he comes. Strelok's moving out with the 2 tanks now, and his plan's pretty obvious, mind you. Gonna land here, and gonna threaten that suspension. That's what's gonna be able to let him back into the game, I think. Now he's gonna be careful with the positioning of these tanks. Doesn't want to get too close to the edge, otherwise too many tanks will stop him. And the Wraith's moving in there just to make sure that dropship doesn't land any Goliaths on the top here. Doesn't want to get too close at all. Very nice play here by Strelok. In the meantime, Strelok getting his own expansion up, and hasn't really got too much else to worry about here. He's able to defend, and he's going to need some more factories, but at least he's got his foot he's got himself off the ground in terms of economy. And interestingly enough, Brat decided to respond with a dropship load of 4 Goliaths. That could be nasty because I think he's got, he's just putting his comsats down now. So if the Wraiths return home to defend, the Goliaths will be able to comsat them and do a lot of damage here. Anyway, so Strelok desperately needs some ground forces back at home to be able to stop this push. We'll see how much damage it does shortly. It looks like it is going to do quite a lot of damage. In the meantime, obviously, Strelok really cleaning up and preventing that expansion from going down. But in the meantime, Brat unloading the Goliaths, starting to rip into these SCVs. It looks like Strelok sieging down with one tank and getting some shots off. Brat, not sure whether he's noticed or not. He needs to spread out his Goliaths. In fact, he needs to move in and kill that tank. He had the opportunity to do it. Oh, and very nice. Bringing in some tanks and totally defending himself here. In fact, these were no, they weren't even the same 2 tanks that were attacking this expansion.